Hello, accountability buddies. This is Les, and another episode of Less is More Healthy. I keep trying to record these on my trip into work, and I don't know why I keep insisting on making that attempt because it's always terrible because I'm got my eyes and my focus on the road. So I am not doing a good job with the video. That being said, I am parked here at work. Today, I am not exercising again today. This is the second day in a row. Yesterday was due to the rain. Today is just because, again, I can't get my ass in gear. This has been a consistent issue, or this is a consistent issue that I have every single time my schedule changes. Whenever I have a schedule change, I can't get my ass in gear to get out of the house in a timely manner in order to get my walks in, or any sort of exercise in for that matter, which is incredibly frustrating. Um, I want to get my walk in. I would like to get my exercise in. I literally just cannot get myself out of the house in time to do it. Um, so instead, I'm sitting here at work because I didn't think I was going to be able to get myself out of the house in time. And I wasn't. I've got about 5 minutes left before I gotta get be into work. I'm gonna go buy myself a cup of coffee, because it's necessary to have another cup of coffee. Part of the problem is like with my schedule change, I'm working 9 to 5 instead of my usual 10 to 6. And when it comes to like working 10 to 6, like I got it down. Like I know when I gotta leave the house in order to get a half hour walk in and not be late to work. Whereas when it comes to this, I am just, I struggle with like working 9 to 5. Part of it is also like I am commuting in the tail end of rush hour traffic. I'm also commuting through Salem, and there's just a lot of tourist traffic building up all summer long in Salem. Tourist traffic builds up and it's busier and busier and busier than it is throughout the winter. And I am kind of skirting around downtown Salem, but instead of the usual 30 minutes it takes me to get to work, it's taking me like 45 minutes instead of that 30. And it's just like an additional 15 minutes that I could be using for my walk. I could be, and when I do go to the Willows, I can't skirt around downtown Salem. I got to cut through downtown Salem. So that's another struggle. It might be that I need to figure out, is there another place where I can exercise that still allows me to skirt through downtown Salem, um, skirt around downtown Salem instead of going into downtown Salem. So these are just kind of things that I'm like figuring out. I know I don't want to walk here around where I work. I might try it, just to try it, because it's actually kind of pretty here right now. But yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I might test it out in the upcoming week. Um, so that being said, that is like I'm struggling going to bed early enough for a 9 to 5 schedule. I am not naturally a early to bed person. I'm naturally a late night person. This just I've always been like that, going to bed late. Um, and so like I'm just trying to figure out like how do I get myself to bed early enough to get out of the house early enough. And it's just like a shift. It's a shift for me, and I'm struggling with that shift because change is hard. And I'm going to be doing 9 to 5 for the whole rest of the summer, right into September. So I got to get used to it. And I'm not going to be biking to work for the next 3 to 4 weeks because of work. Um, I don't like cycling to work when I'm going to have kids. Because I get sweaty. I gotta have a change of clothes. It just doesn't work for me. So um, I'm just trying to figure that out. And yeah, so trying to figure out the work schedule, trying to figure all that out, and just making it work. So recording in the work parking lot is always a little weird because sometimes my coworkers hang around and wait to see if I'm going to walk in with them, and I like to pretend that I'm on my phone so that they don't do that. But yeah, that makes it weird. So, because again, I'm still very awkward about recording a vlog. I don't know why. I've been doing it for a while now, but it still feels pretty awkward to record a vlog here in the parking lot at work. Also, it's a terrible spot, although the Ulanzi J12 microphone's background noise reduction, the wind noise reduction, really does a good job at reducing car noises. So, no complaints there from me on that. My car is heating up. I did park in the shade, but there's just enough sun that it is heating up in here. It's getting pretty warm. I'm going to start sweating pretty soon, so I do have to wrap this up. So yeah, so the big struggle right now is refiguring out my schedule so that I can get my ass out the door in time to get my exercises in. And perhaps to avoid some of the rush hour traffic that I'm struggling with. I really One of the reasons I've wanted to work less than 20 miles away from home is to avoid rush hour traffic. And no matter what I do, I hit rush hour traffic. Even when I worked in Salem and it was like 4 miles from my house, um, getting to work took like half an hour, which is crazy when you think it's 4 miles. Perhaps if I started cycling back then, it would have been a bit better. Actually, I know that would have been a bit better. And I should have started cycling back then. But that's a whole woulda, shoulda, coulda, and a thing I didn't do. Um, but here we are. So that is today's episode. I want to take a moment to thank all of you. I know I've done very few episodes the last few weeks. Part of that's vacation, part of that is just figuring out my new work schedule. And trying to get my flow back in terms of like when I edit, when I record. I did hit render on the video for the rail trail, so that will be up in the next couple of days. And hopefully, I'll hit episode 100 this week, and I'll be able to do all the updates, complain about body changes and things like that. I've done a little bit more reading on insulin response for people with type 2 diabetes, and that's been fascinating. I got some more reading to do before I can really speak on that. Um, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, I'm just doing a little bit of research to help myself figure my own stuff out. So, anyway, those will be in some upcoming videos. And with that, I thank you for sticking around. I thank you for watching. I thank you for your thumbs ups, your likes, and your shares, and all of that. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks and bye. Maybe.